Hello dear traders, I'm Anna Kasatkina and you're watching the latest financial calendar from Forex. In the latter part of the week, market will observe the statistics of the following countries. Thus, the United States is to release its GDP data for the second quarter. It will be the second GDP estimate, which is likely to rise by 0.5% from the previous quarter, according to economists. The preliminary report showed that the economy of the United States decreased by 0.1% on a quarterly basis against the forecast for a 1.1% rise and increased by 1.5% compared to the same period in 2011. In the third quarter of 2012, the GDP advanced by 3.1% quarter-on-quarter. The final reading was revised up to 3.1% from 2% earlier. This was due to improved data of consumer spending and trade balance, which are GDP components. Meanwhile, the Cabinet Office in Japan is to release its National Consumer Price Index data for January. The indicator is seen to rise by 0.2% in the annual terms. In December, consumer prices fell by 0.1% compared to the same period in 2011. 2012 was the fourth year in a row that witnessed deflation. It is worth mentioning that in calculations of the index, energy prices are taken into account, while fresh fruit, vegetables and seafood prices are not. The Bank of Japan said that in the current fiscal year ending in April of 2013, the inflation rate is likely to come in at minus 0.2%. In the next fiscal year, it is seen to rise to 0.4%. On January 22nd of 2013, the Bank of Japan left its key interest rate within a range of 0 to 0.1% and increased its inflation target to 2%. In addition, China is to unveil its manufacturing PMI figures for February. Analysts forecast the indicator to rise to 50.5. In January, the Purchasing Managers' Index in China's manufacturing sector dropped to 50.4 in January, compared with the December's reading of 50.6. Economists said the index was to fall to 51. New orders rose to 51.6 in January from 51.2 in the previous month. This was the calendar of the latest financial news prepared for you by our Forex team. Thank you and goodbye.